All right, let's talk about something that just about every tech manager, company, and recruiter knows intimately. It's that constant nagging challenge, finding the right people, the right tech talent. It can be so frustrating. So let's dive into why that is and what's being done to fix it.
I mean, really, why is it so consistently frustrating? It's a question that, keeps people up at night. You've got an urgent project. You have a super clear need. But finding that perfect person, it feels like you're searching for a needle in a haystack. Why does it have to be this difficult? Okay, so let's really break this down. Let's diagnose the problem. What are the fundamental issues that make the whole traditional hiring process feel, well, completely broken?
It really boils down to three big systemic barriers. First, you've got low accuracy. A resume is just packed with keywords, right? But does that person actually have the deep contextual experience that you need for your project? Second, the process just takes forever. Weeks turn into months, and all the while your critical projects are just stalled. And third, our poor HR and recruiting teams are absolutely buried, sifting through mountains and mountains of resumes that, let's be honest, aren't even a good fit.
And the fallout from this is serious. This isn't just some minor inconvenience. It causes real damage to the business. We are talking about so much wasted time, projects that completely miss their deadlines or fail entirely, and managers who are just completely fried from this endless, painful cycle of interviewing the wrong people.
But what if there's a smarter way to do this? The solution isn't about just trying harder with the same old tools. It's about a fundamental shift in our thinking, moving away from just looking at keywords and starting to understand the actual context of the job.
And here's that difference in action. On the one hand, you've got the old way, keyword matching. You search for Java developer and you just get a fire hose of resumes. Now it's your job to guess who actually fits. But on the other hand, you have semantic matching. This is all about understanding the meaning. So if you say you need someone for a high-load project that uses Kafka and microservices, the AI finds them by analyzing their real project experience. Get this, even if those exact words aren't on their resume. It's a total game changer.
So, the big question is, how does this all actually work? Let's take a quick peek under the hood at the AI that's making this all possible, and really focus on what it means for you.
From your point of view, the process is actually beautifully simple. First, the AI figures out what your project really needs. It decodes it. Then it goes out and searches for people based on that meaning. Once it has a list of potential fits, it scores and ranks them on a whole bunch of different factors. And then, and this is so important, it tells you why. Why is this person a good match?
The core technology that makes this all possible is called vector search. Now, don't let the technical name fool you. The easiest way to think about it is that the AI creates this amazing multidimensional meaning map. It converts all the resumes and your project needs into points on this map. So instead of matching text, it's literally finding the closest points in that space, which gives you a match that is so much more accurate.
You know, finding a bunch of potential candidates is really only half the battle. Now we've got to figure out who the right people are and why. And that's exactly where the AI's ability to score, rank, and reason really shines.
What's so powerful here is that it's a holistic approach. The AI doesn't just look at one thing. It builds a complete picture, scoring people across their technical skills, of course, but also their project experience, seniority level, and even things like soft skills and their job stability. This multi-factor analysis is what lets the system automatically weed out the weak fits and push the absolute best candidates right to the top of your list.
Honestly, this part is the real wow moment. The platform's large language model doesn't just give you a list of names and say, good luck. No, it gives you a recommendation that has a rationale behind it. It explains the why, pointing out their strengths and even flagging potential risks. It might say, hey, this candidate's skills are a little dated, or watch out, they don't have much real-world production experience. It's like having a super-powered, incredibly smart recruiter working just for you.
So all this tech is really cool, for sure. But what does it actually mean for your business, for your bottom line? Let's get into the tangible, real-world results.
This number pretty much says it all. Companies that use this kind of approach are hiring the people they need 3 to 5 times faster than they were before. That's not just a small improvement, that is a massive competitive advantage. And to really put that into perspective, look at this. A hiring process that used to take 4 long weeks, an entire month,
can now be done in just 5 business days. Just think about the momentum that unleashes for your projects and for your teams. It's incredible.
And this isn't a one-trick pony. It works for all kinds of businesses. For a bank trying to build a new digital product, the AI can laser focus on finding people with very specific fintech and microservices experience. For a system integrator that just needs a DevOps expert for a quick 3-month gig, it can hone right in on skills like Terraform or Kubernetes. And for recruiting agencies, it becomes this incredibly powerful smart filter that can pre-screen hundreds of applicants in minutes.
So when you boil it all down, the ultimate value is crystal clear. You dramatically increase your hiring accuracy. You get to eliminate all those random go-nowhere interviews. You take a huge burden off your HR teams. And this is big, you can actually scale your hiring without having to scale your staff.
Which really brings us to the final and maybe most important question you should be asking yourself. Right now, today, is your hiring process basically just guessing? Are you just playing a numbers game and hoping for the best? Or is it a smart, adaptive system that's actually learning and getting better every single time? Because the answer to that question could really define how quickly you build the teams that are going to build your future.